Hi, my name is Levon White, and this is a presentation from Grand Canyon University. Um, so the class is Education 525, Foundations of Elementary Education. Today's date is June 17th, 2020. The assignment is Professional Dispositions. Question 1. What dispositions do you possess that you think will make you a successful teacher? After going over the professional dispositions of learners and completing the dispositions self-assessment survey, I am confident that most of the dispositions listed are qualities that I already possess as an aspiring educator. When it comes to high expectations, I do believe that all children can and deserve the right to learn. Believing that all children can learn will help me be a successful teacher by having the confidence to approach all students with the faith in their ability to learn, which would in turn impress upon the students a sense of yes, I can. I can also see that I already believe in the respect for the dignity of others, fairness, and compassion dispositions. These are dispositions that are strongly related to each other and all contribute to one becoming a successful teacher because it sets the stage for having a welcoming learning environment where all are understood, respected, and encouraged to be themselves in respect of others. Curiosity and honesty are also dispositions that I believe I already possess. Curiosity will help me become a successful teacher by not only showing that the teacher is interested in a student's perspective, seeking to bring out and articulate a student's thoughts and experiences, but having curiosity would also help a teacher with their general understanding of things by continuously asking questions about educational materials, themselves, and the world around them. Question 2. What dispositions do you need to work on before entering the classroom as a first-year teacher? Provide an example of how you plan to uphold these dispositions in the classroom. The disposition that I may need to work on most before entering the classroom for my first year is probably professional conduct. The reason why I say this is, for one, I am not totally familiar with all of the codes of conduct and educational laws, though I do recognize that there are common themes in everything that I've come across thus far. Secondly, I feel like my natural way of dealing with people is to seek to establish a good relationship first. As an educator, I can see that it is important to be careful of how I establish relationships with my students. Being careful not to have a multiple relationship type of situation, which has the potential of compromising my effectiveness as a teacher. In order to better prepare myself to uphold my professional conduct, I will be sure to thoroughly familiarize myself with local, district, state, and national teacher codes of conduct. I will also be sure to have effective discussions with teachers already in the field to have a better understanding of what positive, appropriate, and effective relationships between students and teachers look like in practice. Question 3. How do the dispositions demonstrate your ability to understand other cultures, genders, and learning differences to build stronger relationships with students and families? How do potential bias affect teaching? Dispositions demonstrate a teacher's ability to understand cultures, genders, and learning differences could help build stronger relationships with students and their families because they act as a sort of moral compass based on the Christian values here at GCU of accepting all, having faith in all, and displaying this faith by serving communities. In the professional dispositions of learning, it quotes, "Dispositions are values, commitments, and professional ethics that influence behaviors towards students, families, colleagues, and communities, and that affect students' learning and achievement, motivation and development, as well as the educator's own professional growth." When one follows all of these dispositions with real integrity, integrity being a disposition in itself, trust is built, and with trust, one's teaching abilities becomes much more effective. Potential bias may affect teaching because an educator may talk about something or behave in a way that could be offensive to a student. There are many different cultures, nationalities, exceptionalities, and beliefs represented around the world and here in the US. Having a lack of understanding of the diversity in the classroom, which is a reflection of the United States and the world, could potentially impress upon the student that hegemony is valued over diversity, or even worse, that who they are does not really matter. Final question. How do you anticipate using feedback from your annual performance evaluations, observations, and data on student performance to adjust your dispositions and teaching practices to benefit learning? I expect to use feedback from my annual performance evaluations to adjust my dispositions and teaching practices to benefit learning by taking my potential mistakes and shortfalls, comparing my performance to the standards, and seeing where my strengths and weaknesses lie. I could also go over my annual teacher evaluations with colleagues in order to have a clear understanding of the results. With these results, I could apply changes where needed after making appropriate corrections to my planned teaching approach. Yep, and there it is. I hope you enjoyed this presentation. Thank you for listening, and I hope you have a wonderful day.